Drill to thrill. That is the motto of the Air Warrior drill team of the Indian Air Force. And what do? Advanced synchronized rifle drill movements, formation and individually.
But the new Air Force is all about air warriors that have a huge amount of discipline, and every maneuver requires very precise precision activity. The most highly drilled team in the Air Force, they set a sight which is unique.
And when you take a look at them carrying out these movements, you understand why the word thrill is used in their motto. It also requires a lot of precise movement, as Rocky said, because when you're standing very close to somebody and both of you are spinning around a rifle with a very sharp bayonet at the end, you have to be precise.
Especially if you want to be effective. And that's what we're here to find out today. What makes these men so effective? Because spinning a 5.5 kilo rifle, you heard me right, 5.5 kilos on one hand like this, with a whole bunch of other guys doing the same thing around you, requires very special techniques and very special training. We're going to find out how these men train, what they wear, how they get out and operate, what does their training entail, what it takes for them to be able to carry out these maneuvers, and most importantly, what do they eat?
We'll also try and find out if they can wield the tools and implements of our trade as well as they wield the tools and implements of their trade.
A knife and a fork?
Yes.
Precision eating. Imagine 20 of us. Precision eating. Oh, shudder, shudder. Can you see the shudder on my back? Look, shudder.
We're going to get a chance to be just like them. They're going to hand us our own gun and bayonet, and we're going to try some of this drilling and spinning on our own because, hey, what's the point of having an episode unless somebody gets an eye taken out?
You know what the scary part is? Even when he does that without a rifle in his hand, I get scared. No, I'm not standing with you. I quit. Sir, I want to join the Navy. Sir.
If you think this is scary, wait till you see the surprise I got in store for you.
Really?
Yes.
Is it a good one?
Yes.
Excellent. Can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a very special treat. This is the drill to thrill of the Air Warrior drill team. And this is a sight that you have to see to believe. It's unique. Here comes the commander of the drill team. It's on his command that all the action begins. He's got permission for the drill to start, and now the action is going to begin. Watch this.
Look at the perfect synchronization of all those movements. They can't see each other, so the commands are auditory. If you listen carefully, you can hear a tss or a hiss, which tells each person that their turn has come to perform that maneuver.
What you're seeing now is what's called the plus formation. It simply looks like a plus. This is also an opportunity for the Air Warrior drill team to show you complex formations that they'll be breaking up into small parts, spreading all over the place, and then coming back in exact formation. Each movement is practiced hundreds of times till it's picture perfect. There is not one step or one angle of the head that is being put wrong. These guys are incredible.
Most armed forces will say, no man left behind. The drill team will not only leave no man behind, they won't even leave a rifle behind. Even with those hours, days, weeks, and months of practice, this is not easy. Look at the intense, grim concentration on the face of each of these men as they carry out these complex maneuvers.
The way that rifle moves in the hand is absolutely unbelievable. They spin it like it has absolutely no weight, and that takes a lot of strength.
The level of physical fitness required toss a 5.5 kilo rifle around like that and carry out all these complex maneuvers, phenomenal.
ड्रिल टोली को दे देने की आगे दे श्रीमान।
A specific type of fitness, especially that of the muscles of the upper body, is a very important component for an air warrior drill team member.
These guys are going to be handling rifles that are 5.5 kilos each, like they're little sticks. These are the kind of exercises that these boys do to be able to get into that supremely fit shape. Each air warrior is a strong asset of the nation and they have to be utilized to their absolute potential. So these young men will actually drill for 4 to 5 hours every morning to get all their precision movements right.
They are essentially members of 3 teams. One, the greater team of the air warriors that belong to the Indian Air Force, a team in which they carry out their trade, and just as important, a team where they all work together for the pride of our country as air warrior drill team members.
And they wear that badge of the air warrior drill team member with great pride. We're with the Air Officer Commanding of this Air Force Station. Thank you so much, sir, for having us over.
Welcome.
So what is the significance of the air warrior drill team?
Indian Air Force is normally not associated with drill as the Indian Army is. But as they say, drill is the bedrock of military discipline. And the air warrior drill team is an effort to convert that foundational capability into a fine art. And it is also very close to the core capabilities that an air warrior represents.
And of course, it has the added incentive of camaraderie, of appreciating your man, your buddy or your fellow air warrior, etc. These things are all thrown in. What is it that you look for, sir, in somebody who would make a good member of this highly trained team?
Air warrior drill team represents 3 key qualities. I would term these 3 as power, precision and passion. It is sheer power that twirls and spins that 5.5 kg rifle like a toy, and it comes from top class physical fitness. So physical fitness is the first thing that we look for. The secondly is the precision. There has to be predictability, there has to be precision, otherwise things can go wrong. Passion once again is very important to us in whatever we do. And in this case, the passion is for adventure, for thrill, and for that dash of danger, which makes these air warriors achieve the seemingly impossible. So that's what these are the core qualities, and they also motivate these young men to do their best and be an epitome of the true air warrior. People at large might look at the air warrior drill team as just an unusual display, but to us it represents a challenge in team building, utmost dedication to a cause, and also an experiment in turning a kid off the street into a top class military professional. It's part of the process which everybody can see, and the end product we are very, very proud of, and we would like many youngsters to come forward and join this, and I'm sure they have it in them.
So is the air warrior drill team of the Indian Air Force the only one of its kind?
No, there are firstly there are very few in the world, and it is one of the very few in the world. And the whole idea actually started in 2004 when we developed as an organization this air warrior concept, and we wanted to turn each and every member of Indian Air Force into an air warrior. We defined the qualities of an air warrior, and we also developed on that concept further, and this concept of drill team fitted very well because it would epitomize the qualities that an air warrior is supposed to stand for. And this was also a challenge to come up to at par with the best in the world, the other drill teams that are in existence, to also develop our fitness to that level, and also to ensure that our air warriors come up to that level.
These young men are actually a role model for every air warrior when they go out there and they perform.
Absolutely. I mean, they represent a true air warrior, I would say. And we would love to take in many more into this, but then at the moment our training facility can take on only so many. But then I feel that when they go back and join their regular trades in different stations, they would spread the message, and many of the other air warriors would like to emulate their example, and it would have a trickle-down effect.
So are there any competitions between drill teams?
No, there are no competitions as such, but they have been regularly performing at various places. So far they have given 84 performance all over, including few in the air bases of Bangladesh. And otherwise at Indian military functions they have been regular performers, and I'm sure if there were any competitions they would be the winner.
So we've heard during the demonstrations there is an exercise where there's a column or a tunnel of twirling rifles and bayonets, and somebody walks through that. Rocky would like to volunteer for that. Do we have your permission?
You certainly can, but you'll have to undergo the training first, and I would strongly suggest don't try it at home.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the tip. I'll be doing my utmost to avoid the bayonet tips, and of course I owe my friend one for offering me this opportunity. Thank you. So what these guys are doing in the back requires you to spin the rifle like this. Ugh. Really warm gloves. It's not going to be easy, is it?